Now, we're all familiar with some of Nvidia's naming shenanigans when it comes to graphics cards. Cards that are called the same thing but may vary in specs, such as the GT 1030, the 1060 and the 3050. You may have forgotten about the 3060 though. The RTX 3060 12GB launched back in 2021 and it still seems like a pretty decent choice at a time when we're getting plenty of 8GB budget GPUs. The extra VRAM of the 3060 and ray tracing capabilities makes it a tempting choice, but did you know it also comes in an 8GB variant? I'm not talking about the 3060 Ti, I'm talking about the standard 3060. About a year after the 3060 12GB launched, the 8GB 3060 started to appear, albeit pretty quietly, and it's still quite difficult to find now. So how does it differ? Well, it has a reduced bus width, reduced bandwidth, and of course 4GB less memory, which means that it doesn't perform as well as the RTX 3060 12GB. Now luckily, it doesn't seem to be that common, at least not here in the UK, so if you're buying a 3060 you're probably going to end up with the 12GB one. If you buy the 8GB 3060 then you're probably going to see a performance decrease of about 10 to 20% depending on the game, and from my findings so far I'm looking at about a 14% deficit at 1080p and 1440p, but I've only tested a few games. You may be thinking, well, if the price is right on the used market, is it worth going for the 8GB card and saving a little bit of money? Well, considering I found a 3060 8GB for just £10 cheaper than I could find 12GB variants for, I'm going to say no, at least here in the UK. The 3060 12GB, however, continues to be a really good choice for those who want a capable GPU with a decent amount of VRAM and those who don't want to spend too much.